The The Jacksonville Jaguars are in an interesting position. You talk about getting Doug Peterson in the building. You talk about, bringing back a guy like I was going to say Carson Wentz. Wow, let's try. Okay, I'm sorry. They work together. Give me a break. Bringing back a guy like Trevor Lawrence, who in my mind might be, honestly, one of the more promising young quarterbacks in this league. Now, let's give the kid a break. Literally had no protection last year, or very little protection. And honestly, his receivers at that point weren't great. But, we got Zay Jones, got a couple of, weapons in the offseason. I'm excited for it. They got the offensive line shored up. I think this could be a very good offensive line for Carson Wentz. But the question now facing this franchise is, is there patience or pressure facing the Jacksonville Jaguars? Now, the first part of me wanted to go, hey, there's patience here. They got a young quarterback, a new head coach, willing to make things happen. But for this organization, for how things kind of went last season and how everything was kind of put together, I think if we're being honest with ourselves, for guys like Trent Baalke, I don't know that there's patience. I really don't. When we talk about a guy that, honestly, these last couple of years, he brought in Urban Meyer, obviously didn't work out. There were a couple of draft picks these last couple of years that I was a little bit, paying, $28-30 million for a guy like Zay Jones. There's a couple things I'm a little leery about. So, if I'm being honest, I do think there's a little bit of pressure, but not necessarily on guys like Trevor Lawrence or Doug Peterson. I think there's pressure on a guy like Trent Baalke. You better hope that some of these, what you're doing is going to help this team, because and maybe that trickles down to a guy like Doug Peterson. But for Trevor Lawrence, who is honestly, let's be real, he's one of the more promising quarterback prospects we've seen in a while. There's not a lot of pressure on him right now, obviously. Well, there is pressure, but it's not as bad as Baalke or Doug Peterson, let's be real. So, they finally got him some weapons. But I don't know if it's enough. If we're being real, I don't know if, because there's not if we take a look, or if you even, let me just bring this up, okay? If we bring up the Jaguars depth chart right now, I'm just doing it offline, so this is, you guys are just seeing my face. I'm sorry I didn't get to do this. This is just me doing it off cuff here. So if you talk about Travis Etienne, James Robinson, okay, solid backfield, but Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones Jr., Zay Jones. Christian Kirk's never had a 1,000-yard season before. I think he could definitely do that with the Jaguars, but we'll have to see. Marvin Jones, I think he's a solid wide receiver, but can he get back to his old form? We'll have to see. Zay Jones, another guy that honestly, for the Raiders, I don't think he had over 700 receiving yards in his career. So I'm excited overall, but my question is this enough? Is even Laviska Shenault to a degree, is this enough to be able to get him? Is he enough to be able to help out a guy like Trevor Lawrence? So, and the offensive line, I'm excited about Cam Robinson, Ben Barch, Luke Fortner, Brandon Scherf, Jawan Taylor. I'm excited about this offensive line. My question is Trevor Lawrence good enough right now to elevate the rest of those weapons? I'm not 100% sure, but I do think there's talent there. I do think they're heading in the right direction, but I would still like to see a legitimate number one wide receiver on this team, but we'll have to see moving forward. But right now, I think there's a little bit of there's a little bit of pay pressure here, if you will, on both sides. But if I had to pick both of them at the end of the day right now, I would say there is patience, because at the end of the day, we are looking at a team that I felt like they got better from the year before last year. They got better in the draft. No matter which way you slice it, I think Trevor Lawrence is the answer here at quarterback. They got him some help along the offensive line. Now the question is, we've seen tremendous quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers when they have offensive lines. Can they elevate the rest of their team? They usually do. Can Trevor Lawrence do that? That's the ultimate question here. I think he can. I think he can take guys like Marvin Jones, like Laviska Shenault Jr., who honestly, give this man the ball. Just stop it. Also, Laquan Treadwell, Zay Jones, Christian Kirk. I think he can take all those guys and elevate them to the next level and get them in a position where, hey, this team could be pretty good down the line. But that's it. That's our new, I guess it's kind of a late welcome to our new segment, Patience or Pressure. Let us know what you guys think is facing the Jacksonville Jaguars. Make sure you guys also like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. Greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. We'd greatly appreciate it. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about what is facing the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is it patience or is it pressure?